welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio, here in the Bible Bistro, where we're serving it up hot and fresh, artisanal and organic, lip-smacking good. That's Daily Dose Radio. Here in the Bible Bistro, it's an exciting week for me because this week, on Friday of this week, the next book in my series of books is going to come out. And that book is entitled Uncle Royce's Funeral, a funny little story. I hope you'll go out to Amazon and you'll find it available on Friday for the Kindle. And then next week, or week after next, we'll probably have it out in paperback. But Uncle Royce's Funeral, an anthology, will be ready on Friday. I hope that you'll go out and check it out. I think there's I think there are 8 or 9, maybe 10 stories in this anthology. So something for everybody's science fiction tale in there. There's lots of just general literature tales, some homespun Americana kind of tales in there, all of them from a Christian perspective. So I hope that you'll check those out in the Amazon store. Today we're looking at verses 84 and 85. And let me read those for you. How many are the days of thy servant? When wilt thou execute judgment on them that persecute me? The proud have digged pits for me, which are not after thy law. Okay, so I've talked about this gentle rocking, right? This back and forth, this tension that exists between his failure and his hope. And that's our pattern. We see it in verse 81. Again, we have it in verse 82. We had the failure of his eyes. He's looking for the word, and then he prays the prayer, when are you going to comfort me? I'm like a bottle in the smoke, yet I don't forget your statutes. So the positive confession of faith is right there in the B part of 83. Now in 84, we come at it again. But this time, the prayer is a little more advanced. There's a little more detail to it. Notice what he says here. How many are the days of thy servant? Well, he doesn't know. And so he's asking the Lord, how many days am I going to live? And then he prays that prayer again. When will you execute judgment on them that persecute me? You see, in 82 is, when will you comfort me? Now it's, when will you execute judgment on them that persecute me? So now we understand the failure and the fainting, right? We understand the bottle in the smoke. We understand his suffering. Somebody's persecuting him. Verse 85 is going to tell us about that. But let me stick with 84 for just a second. You see how he's developing his prayer. He says, how many are the days of your servant? I don't know how long that is. You do, but there's only so many. And these people are persecuting me. So when are you going to do something about it? You see, that's the way he's attacking this. This is perfectly wonderful. And ladies and gentlemen, I dare say that if we were honest, we've prayed like this too. We have gone to him with some sort of a design in our praying to say, I don't know how long I'm going to be around here, but I know my days are numbered. And if you don't do something quick, that's what he's saying here. If you don't do something quick, then it's going to be bad for me. They're going to win, and you're not going to win. Then we're told who they are. We've met these folks before. The proud have digged pits for me, which are not after thy law. Didn't we have the proud last week? Let me see if I can turn back here real quick. If I can get my book to work here. I think we had the proud last week, didn't we? Let's see. Yep, in verse 78. Let the proud be ashamed. Well, they were featured there in verse 78 in the Yod section. And it seems like we had the proud another time too. But I'm not seeing it, so I won't continue to look right now. So yeah, the proud, they've digged pits. The pits are not after the law, and the proud are not after the law, because the law teaches us to be humble before the Lord. What an honest prayer this is. Now, join me tomorrow. We'll look at verses 86 and 87 and see what else he has to say on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.